want to try something here and talk to you about a video that I just posted about the grandpa who had this violent outburst when a family just requested that he didn't force picking up a toddler that didn't want to be held. He cried, yelled, hit the wall, locked himself in the bathroom, and then he came out and slapped his wife. Super upsetting. They had never seen violence before in him. He's very angry. Usually the family just sweeps his anger outbursts under the rug, but the violence was new. He did apologize. He did go under neurological testing to make sure it wasn't Alzheimer's or anything like that. That all came back negative. But when he apologized, she pressed and said, how can we prevent this in the future? Like, I'm a mom now and my kids can't be exposed to violence like this. He got really frustrated and just basically said, I will pretend your daughter doesn't exist if you just don't do what the rest of the family does and sweep this under the rug. She's like, I'll respect that. They haven't talked for almost a year. The reason why this video was so hard for me to make is my dad had, I was very, very close, like daddy's girl, so I'll get that out there. And he had anger outbursts and he would get violent, like slap his hand down on the table, or he would sometimes, flip a dish if it wasn't a good dinner, or he would get violent, like physically violent with my brothers, not me, but with my brothers. And it was awful. And I have still a lot of that trauma, like in my body. Like, so if I hear a loud noise, like I shake and jump like it's not normal. And I'm not going to get emotional, but so when I was answering that question, I could understand that she is very close with her grandpa and this is really hard on her, yet she's trying to do the right thing and obviously be very protective of her kids. I suggested she have a talk with him again, just her, to see if he would be now open after the year-long break to revisiting like coping skills, like going to the bathroom, settling down, like stopping these like outbursts, and especially not the violence. It was a hard one for me because it's like I'm not here to encourage, like I want to keep families together, but I certainly don't want to encourage putting children in environments where they can't control and they don't know how to process that crap. Like, I didn't know how to process my dad that's fun-loving like 1 second and then holding my brother up by the neck on our china hutch the next. Like, I didn't know as a 4-year-old like what was going on. And that's really hard for kids and traumatizing. And so this one was just a hard one. I couldn't go in like that much depth. I definitely, want the listener that asked the question to really go slow with this, because I said, have another talk, see if he's open to exploring this. If he's not, then you know your path that you're on. It's grieving, and because you have to keep your kids safe. If he is, on the other hand, open to working on things, I would go myself for Christmas. I would then for the next year just hang out with him on my own, one-on-one, to see how is he using these tools, how is his level of anger. So yeah, I just wanted to go a little bit deeper on that. I feel like it's really important that we're all aware. I believe we are, but I think it's really important to talk about the difference in a child's brain and how they can't process it the way adults can. Like, we can say, okay, this is alarming. I know where the door is. I can leave. A child is just like frozen and they don't know if, they're just, fight, flight, or freeze. And they don't know if they're going under attack, if their life is in danger. And so I wanted to add that. And I do feel, because I really hemmed and hawed over what I would do if my grandpa did that. And I had young kids, especially based on my experience. And that is my best advice, is that I would talk to him again, because I really do love my grandpa and I could tell she did too. But I would go slow AF, really slow, making sure like he is really taking this serious. And if I don't feel comfortable, my kids aren't going to be exposed to it. Period. End of story.